We are here at the Utah Arts Festival. It's one of my favorite events of the summer. Let's go check out some art. I ran into Susan Coles. How are you, Susan?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful night here.
Oh, I love the Arts Festival. It's one of my favorite events of the year.
Very cool. Well, we love yours too.
Yeah,
Up in Park City.
It is. It's fun. All the Arts Festivals in Utah are fun, right?
They're great.
So you're the Public Relations Director. What is different this year than any other year? It's the 40th year.
Well, one of the different things has already happened. We were able to offer, as a gift to the people of Utah for our 40th anniversary, a free day yesterday. And we had 20,000 people or so walk through our gates, and many of them experienced art for the first time in a way, hands-on way, in a way that's not like standing in a gallery just looking at a wall. So we were very proud that we were able to do that. And tonight we had the Utah Symphony on stage. You and I both loved it. And it's the first time that the Utah Symphony has played the Utah Arts Festival in 15 years. So they were here for our 25th anniversary, and it was so nice to have them back for our 40th. We started on one block on Main Street in 1976 with some bicentennial funding. But we went from a block on Main Street to 3 blocks on Main Street to West Temple to the Fair Park to Gallivan and back here in the heart of downtown Salt Lake City where we really belong. We really feel like we're at home here. We're on 11 acres. I mean, who knew that this festival 40 years ago would grow to be this? And there are only like 11 festivals in the country that are still in existence since that seed funding 40 years ago. So we're very proud to have evolved and stayed the course in order to have a festival that we can offer the people of Utah.
I had no idea that we were one of 11.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of amazing when you think about it. I mean, I think you could not start a festival like this today. I mean, it's grown and evolved and become what it has become, but it would be very difficult to start something like this today.
So how do you feel like the art scene is here in Utah with the festival being so popular?
I think the art scene in Utah is amazing. I think when the Mormon pioneers came, they said, let's have music and let's lift our spirits. And, whether you're of the predominant faith or not, it's all about, that's what art's about, is about changing your perspective and lifting your spirits, and why not do that, really? I mean, we hear so much bad news in the world and we're bombarded by so much noise. To be able to take a step back and enjoy beauty and creativity, I'm all for that.
We are here at the Utah Arts Festival, and I ran into Steve Harmon. How are you, Steve?
Well, pretty good. A little warm, but we're doing great.
So we love your artwork. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's silk screen printing. You don't see a lot of it. Everything is an original, hand-cut stencil and hand-printed. We don't use computers or mechanical presses, and we don't make reproductions or giclée. So everything is a handmade original.
And that's beautiful. You don't see that very often in silk.
Well, not anymore. You don't. Not in screen printing is kind of a laborious process. Takes a lot of time. So it's just something that's kind of gone to the wayside, but it's making a comeback. Printmaking's a great medium. There's some good printmakers all over the place.
We love the colors that you get in these. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you very much. It's a great oil-based ink. We love it. It's really thick and heavily pigmented, and it really, as you can see, it lasts forever. It's really bright.
Can you tell me a little bit about the process of screen printing?
Well, everything starts, for example, this piece starts out as a drawing, a pencil sketch, and then there's a film cut for each color. So every color has an individual film cut, and it's printed in layers, and that's why it takes so long, because you print one color at a time, and then you have to set up everything again, print another color on top, and you just keep going through the process until it's finished. So this particular piece took about a month, just mostly from waiting for each color to dry and move to the next color.
Thank you so much, Steve. And where can people find more of your artwork?
Well, we're going to be in Park City in 2 weeks. We're going to actually be in Jackson Hole in January 9th, 10th, and 11th, and then we'll be back to Park City in August. I guess it's the second week of August, so we'll be in Park City.
And do you have a website?
Yes, it's www.harmstonarts.com.
I am speaking with Kevin Zuckerman. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So we're in the happy booth.
Yes, this is the happy booth. Yeah, so I paint for people so they can be in the presence of beauty. That's my goal. So people come in and they tell me that's the experience they have. Yeah.
Well, it's gorgeous, the bright colors, and I love the thick brush strokes on each painting.
Thank you. Yeah, I love adding the texture to the painting. So some of the paintings are almost like relief sculpture, painted relief sculpture. So I sculpt also. I'm a sculptor as well as a painter. So it's just natural for me to do that in the paintings.
All these bright colors and I love the flowers. Where do you get your ideas for these paintings?
Well, I've been painting for almost 40 years, so I have a pretty large repertoire. And so I draw from so many different images that I've created over the years, and I've always painted flowers from the time I was very young. So the flower motif has really morphed into this abstract kind of imagery that I use now.
Is there any meaning behind the flowers?
Really, some of the paintings, there's an overall concept of really coming from nothing and being in life in this beautiful, colorful, chaotic world, and then going off the canvas into we don't know where.
And if people can't come to one of your shows, where can they find your work?
They can find my work on the internet, of course, kevinzuckerman.com. Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Good luck with everything. I love your work. I can't wait to see more of it.
Great.
And have fun here in Utah.
Thank you. It's been a blast.
I am speaking with Ken Acton. How are you, Ken?
I'm very good.
This isn't your first time to Utah.
No, I've been to Utah several times in the past, and last year I was here, and I'm back in Salt Lake.
Well, we are fascinated by your artwork. Tell me a little bit about the process.
Well, it's all one piece, all carved right in place. It's three-dimensional, so you carve from both sides, so you can view it from either side. Natural colors of the wood, different types of wood. Very unique style that I've developed over a 35-year period, and still shown all over the West. Still very unique. Nobody else is doing this kind of work, and which makes it kind of special for me and anybody that buys my piece.
Yeah, I hadn't ever seen anything like this. How did you come up with the idea?
I was making knives and gun stocks and had an idea of going through a little 1x6 board and doing an animal from both sides to get it in a three-dimensional form. Some people saw it and wanted me to do some for them, which I did, and did more and put them in a little local arts and craft fair and sold them. And as I was doing them, they were changing dramatically, adding deadfall with the animals and rocks for a little more of a scene with the animal. And I was looking for an idea of how to get a foliage effect on these old dead trees that I was carving, and had an idea of taking a Dremel tool and poking a lot of little holes, creating a foliage effect.
Yeah, they almost look like they're treated in a way when you look at them. Do you put something over it?
I do put a polyurethane on them to seal the wood. The wood has to be sealed to last for years and years. It can't take on moisture or it would check later on. And the polyurethane is a good hard finish on it that seals the wood and even possibly strengthens it a little bit because it is so hard.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see more of your work. And where can people find your work if they're not coming to an arts festival?
I'm from Billings, Montana. I have a website. It's just kenacton.com. And you can see my work there. And this is my inventory that I have right now. But if you go to my website, you'll see pieces that I have done in the past that are a little different and gives another idea of what I do.
Such a fun time here at the Utah Arts Festival. It's been 40 years in the making, and they are doing it right. I can't wait for next year.